I'm going to talk about married people who date single people. Oh, yeah, this is going to ruffle some feathers. Once upon a time, on more than one occasion, and before I knew who I was as a person, I dated married people, and I was single. I did it because I had low self-esteem and I just wanted the attention, no matter who it came from. And a part of me enjoyed the excitement of sneaking around. I know it's sick, but like I said, that was before. I learned many lessons going through that, though. Those of you that are married, that are involved in single relationships, that person that you're involved with who is in love with you, they think that you think the world of them. And let's be truthful. 9 times out of 10, that's not the first person that you were involved in. That's not the first time that you cheated on your husband or wife with someone who is single. Now, as far as a single person is concerned, I don't know what the motives is for that. I know some single people who do nothing but date married people because that way they can stay single and have the option of coming and going as they please, and they don't have to worry about the potential for marriage because the person they're involved in is already married. To them, that's some kind of shortcut, and they actually rationally believe that that's okay. I'm going to let you guys know this is a dangerous situation. Nowadays, since I have a better love for myself, I don't get involved in stuff like that. And the minute that I find out that it's going on, I start to have my distance. Now, I know there are different scenarios. If you're legally separated, that's a different story. But if you are actively married with a spouse at home and you're just running around out here in the street picking up single people, come on. If you're on the path for a legal divorce, that's a different story because divorces do take time. However, you've got to investigate the details in regards to that. Because it might be a situation where they petition to go to divorce for the 5th or 6th time in 20 years and never did get a divorce. See, the thing is when people get married and they've been together for a while, they'll run around out in the street and do whatever with a lot of people, but at the end of the day, they wind up coming home. And they don't let their partners go because they know in the back of their mind that they're so trifling and foolish that nobody out there in the street's going to deal with them if they were single. Their husband or wife is the only person that's willing to even put up with them, let alone tolerate them. I said this to say this. We have a lot of people of all age groups that are involved in these relationships, and they're investing too much for no reason. There are some of them that actually think they could take that mate away from them. And let's say that they do, because there are a few cases where, the husband or the wife does leave the spouse for this person. This person's actually going to believe in their mind that that person's going to do right by them. They didn't do right by the person they were married to. It's a huge risk to take. And these are the same people that don't want to go to this casino and don't want to buy lottery tickets. Gambling with your life, why not? If you turn around and you're involved in a situation like this, stop trying to perform wifely duties and husbandly duties knowing full darn well that's never going to happen. Especially if their livelihood depends on their wife or husband, and they know for a fact they can't make it on their own, they're not going to leave. They're not going to get those papers signed. It's not going to happen. If a man knows that his wife is the breadwinner and she's the majority of his income, he is not going to leave that house. He is not going to leave the children. He's not going to give up his car because 9 times out of 10, if she didn't make up all the money, he wouldn't have been able to save up and get his credit straight to even get the car. He is financially beholden to his spouse. And there's a lot of situations with the female, same thing, with their husbands. They just don't have any affection for them. But see, the thing is, they are financially restricted to the point where they can't sign those papers because they don't have a means to take care of themselves. So they think. They could if they just went ahead and they exercised a little bit more effort. They might have to struggle for a little while, maybe get a job or 2 or 3, but at least they will be free. But in their minds, that's too much extra work. So they'll play around out here in these streets. Then they come across somebody they got feelings for, and then they're stuck. And then you're wondering why lately you've been having arguments and you've been disagreeing with each other back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because see, all of a sudden that single person that you're messing around with wants to know why you're wasting their time and wants to know the outcome. And 9 times out of 10 they're doing that is because they got another option that's waiting on them. Or they're just ready to move on with their life. If they've never been married before, maybe they're looking to get married. But I can tell you right now, if you're single and you're involved with a married person and you want to get married, don't look at that married person you're messing around with, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to make a good mate. I'm just saying. There's always that 1 time out of 10 where there's an exception to rule. There's an exception to every rule. So get somebody that's free and clear if you're going to do that. I know people 5, 10 years have been involved with that same married person, and the minute that they jump up, they're ready to go. Doing everything for them, providing extra financial support, doing paperwork for them, handling their affairs, running errands, cooking meals and cleaning and doing all kinds of stuff for them, servicing the car and everything else, like they are the wife or the husband, and they're not. And then they get frustrated later on because they haven't received the prize. Come on, don't give away so much so quickly. That's a lesson I had to learn in my life. Don't give away something so quickly that you can't afford to give away. Now, if there's something that you want to do and wholeheartedly you know it's going to make you feel good and you just want to do it out of the kindness of your heart, that's fine. But if you can't afford to give away a certain service or give away certain duties or give away parts of your time, then don't do it. Because you're not going to get the prize. You're not. And it's not going to be as bad as you think. If y'all break up today or tomorrow, it might hurt for a little while. It'll hurt more for you than it will for the married person you're dealing with. Because it'll be a matter of time before they get somebody else. Because there are some people, that's just how they move. They refuse to be faithful to their mate no matter what. Because that's just how they move. That's just how they are until they get their just desserts, if that. So stop looking at a future with people who are unattainable. There are some people right now that are involved with married people, and they go to church on Sunday and ask God to fix the situation. Are you kidding me right now? This is the level of delusion there is. They could have gotten involved with this person when they was 25, 26 years old, and here it is, they're 45, and they're still tipping around with this person. This person hasn't left yet. But they'll call them your baby and talk about how crazy their love is and taking all these little pictures in the restaurant, all happy and everything, and putting them on Facebook. Give me a break. And you think that you're the queen bee? You think you're the King Saul? You ain't the king of nothing. They go home to their king and queen. You the side piece. You need to realize that you're the side piece. Now, I'm not saying that is right, but my mother told me a long time ago, if you're going to be wrong, do it right. So if you're going to be the side piece, be the side piece 100. Don't be giving away all these little wifely and husbandly duties. Nah, you're a side piece, be a side piece. Don't be giving up too much of yourself. Just saying.